starts now.
The music tree, or music genealogy, is fascinating stuff. Some heavy metal derives from Italian Baroque. The Beatles find roots in early American rock and roll, particularly rockabilly. Fans of Rush shouldn't be surprised to hear many source influences in jazz and swing, while a listener of Led Zeppelin should be equally at home listening to blues, bluegrass, and jug band. Did you know there's more in common between Loretta Lynn and the White Stripes than meets the eye? Or between Johnny Cash and the Nine Inch Nails? The birthplaces and name origins of music are equally fun, if not mysterious. The area in and around Sierra Leone is the source of calypso. While most know that jazz blossomed from African American communities around New Orleans, a substantial volume of jazz derives from marching band arrangements, in other words, military origins. Without early American Irish immigrants living in mountainous areas, known by some as hillbillies, we wouldn't have country music as we know it today. And Jamaican DJs, as well as inner city kids in the Bronx, give us styles of rap and hip-hop that fueled a fascinating influence in all kinds of 80s music, including new wave and beat. It's interesting to browse through a record store or a music site and find artists stocked by genre. After all, some musicologists estimate that there are upwards of 1,700 subgenres of music. Wouldn't it be more fun to shop through the music tree? I was pleased to see during my first visit to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland that the interactive information displays gave visitors some instruction in the music tree. That is, the connection of one band to another, the relationship between one style of music and how it feeds into one that is seemingly unrelated. Even the terms that describe music styles come from largely unknown or debatable origins. Rock and roll is said to be coined by Cleveland's WMSS radio DJ Alan Freed. Although some disagree, some say hip-hop can be traced to the Sugar Hill Gang in 1979, while others point to the U.S. military draft as a possible source. The word jazz precedes the name of the musical genre and dates back to common usage in the mid-1800s, meaning spirited or energetic. The term classical music dates back to the early 19th century, referring essentially to the period from Bach to Beethoven as the classical or golden age of composition. Yet some musicologists suggest that the roots of such classical music ultimately lie in ancient Egyptian art music, which dates to 2695 BC. And this discussion merely skims the surface of names and genres or styles, and hasn't even touched on that genre commonly known as world music. Basically whatever musical styles emerged from and became associated with countries, nations, or regions. Next time you're listening to your favorite style of music or favorite artist, try and listen for influences. Do some research into what the music that artist learned to play and listen to in his or her early years. The results can be fun, and more importantly, can open up a whole new world of music never considered before. Visit stephenchristiansen.ca for more episodes. This podcast is available on all streaming platforms including Anchor, Spotify, Apple, TuneIn, and Google. I'm Stephen Christiansen. Thanks for listening.
Production of Stephen Christensen. Podcast complete.